Hey everybody, Shane here, daily-astrocat.com. Today is Tuesday. It is the 14th of July. Look, the moon is new. New moon today, right? We've been waiting for this. And it's in Cancer. And it's just as she goes void of course at 5:44 in the morning. Seems like it took forever, right? We've been in Cancer for a couple of days now, right? With the moon in Cancer. Emotional, mood, a little bit on the moody side, a little bit emotional. Expecting big news. Some of us got big news. Some of us got the big news. Some of us are waiting to see exactly what the ramifications are of that big news. This is a Kazimi moon, which basically means in the heart of. It's from an Arabic word. This is a great time to start a new project, right? The sun and moon are basically combust. It goes right into the heart of the sun. It's passing right over the front of it, but it's not. It is not a. It's not passing the node, so it's not an eclipse or anything like that, but it is a Kazimi. Now, this also happens to be, let's see. So let's just go, okay? With the sun and moon both in Cancer, this is a great time to start a new project. That's what a Kazimi moon is, right? It favors an intuitive approach that will highlight our past efforts in new ways, right? Nostalgic. We keep that water sign theme of nostalgia going, right? Except, in Scorpio, that nostalgia is there to seek vengeance. However, Pisces, Cancer, we hold that fondly in our hearts, right? Now, look, this is the moon that I not so secretly wish to follow that blue moon in Sagittarius. Honestly, it was. I feel like the expansive energy of the Sagittarius moon would have been a perfect lead into this new moon. Instead, that blue moon energy put things on hold for a bit, with a culmination in Capricorn. So basically, the Sagittarius adventure led into the World Cup, and things got put on hold because we weren't really going outside to seek anything, because the world ventured to our doorstep. So we had a chance to explore that way in various cities throughout the United States and Mexico and Canada. So today, it's time to set out anew, right? We just need to start doing something, and, if you have something that you're holding on to, go ahead and do it, right? Look, Mercury's still retrograde, so it's going to be a pain, right? But it's just going to have to be done repeatedly. But it's a great time to do it. So if you want to work at something, practice, right? Now, this new moon will find a culmination point in Aquarius that will occur after Mercury is direct. The 29th, if I'm not mistaken. It will be that next full moon. And this moon is going to feel very personal. Well, it is personal because the sun and the moon are basically conjunct, and Mercury is not too far off, probably still conjunct, although separating, right? So we do have some personal things here that are happening, and it's very hopeful, and it will open us up to the inner and outer signals that want to see us succeed, right? In the face of Mercury's retrograde headwinds. So, yeah, there's still some headwinds there, but honestly, we want ourselves to succeed so we can see it happening, right? Jupiter in Leo will cause us to feel much more confident about what it is that we're coming into, maybe a little more so. And then again, it works just the opposite way. Have you felt it yet? Today's keyword is novel, because this is a chance to do something novel, right? We're going to do something novel, or maybe novelties. Summer thing, right? Ice cream. We'll get back to that later. All right, so today, the color is gray pearl, and this is the diamond in the tiara of the moon. Okay, this crowning achievement of the Cancer season. We've got our emotions and intuition and everything working in our favor. We've gone on a deep dive inside, and now we're going to bring out something and put it before our public, for lack of a better word, right? Trust me, I don't have anything planned for me, but you may very well have something planned, one of your creative works or something like that you'll be able to bring forth. Or perhaps it's a 3D thing, a new job, new something, right? We're stepping into something new. There's a lot of changes going on. There's a lot of moving parts. And so, and obviously this can take on a 3D kind of thing with work, but it's going to change and morph, like I hinted to yesterday with that Venus in Virgo, where Venus in Virgo is aspecting at the tip of that yod, Pluto and Neptune. So this is what we're really looking for, okay? Now, whether you're working, look, it's public, maternal, and responsive. That's what the moon is at certain times, right? It's almost like we're speaking to and gathering our tribe to us. That's what it is, right? It will be even better as our 3D changes begin to fall into place and make it easier for us to work on our passion projects, okay? Said much better than I just rambled over before. Now, whether you're working or working on getting into school, or perhaps if you're an independent creative, right? These are all things that could possibly flourish at this time. Go ahead and launch that new idea you've been working on and saving for later. We also have that mini creative trine, right? That cradle that's formed, there's a cradle that's formed. There's all sorts of stuff going on here that's pointing to this to be a favorable time as an incubator, as a time to generate some new ideas, even with Mercury still retrograde. It's just going to take a little longer, right? Now, go ahead. We told you to launch it. Just remember that the spotlight will soon be on you and your efforts. And this adds to those efforts, your efforts, in a novel way and in a positive light. So this is what we're really working towards. This doesn't change yesterday's forecast. As a matter of fact, in that specific timeline that I gave you, it just augments it and broadens the number of ways that today's energy will interact with it. And the moon is emotionally charged. And knowing how to read and react to the emotions of others will provide you with a small advantage. It will also ward off some dangers, right? Of course, because they always lurk. Meanwhile, Mercury retrograde lumbers along, leaving a swath of destruction in his path. Corrupted passwords? Yep, I got one. I don't even know how. But what's next, right? Check. Next. Okay, all these little roadblocks are here to test you and make you think you're losing your mind. Yep, they can. However, that's part of the charm of the new and full moon. This is technically a super new moon. Did you know that? Perigee, the point where the moon is closest to Earth, was yesterday. So even though you can't see it, the effect of it is big and outsized, right? A little higher tides than normal, right? Yeah, always with a new moon and a full moon, but when the moon's perigee, when it's a supermoon, they're even higher. So tonight, we will reflect on our expanded roles. Maybe we do have expended roles. You haven't stepped into them yet, but you could. Now, we will reflect on our expanded roles that we are going to be stepping into. This also has a negative side, however, as others try to express their reach, expand their reach, not express, and roles in things that aren't necessarily in the public interest. Now, rest assured, Pluto in Aquarius will quickly identify and call out this behavior. But here's the question, though. How much can we actually do about it? And, that remains to be seen. So the playing field is no longer level, but perhaps we will need to come up with a novel way of restoring balance. And maybe that could be you. All right? So let's talk about this. In 1879, the French Revolution begins with the storming of the Bastille. It's Bastille Day in France, right? So there we go. And it's now celebrated as, just what I said, Bastille Day, and it's France's national day. And our birth is a great birth for July, let me tell you. In 1906, Tom Carvel, yep, that guy. Carvel ice cream cakes, yes. He's born in Greece, so his real name is Athanasios Karavelis, and he's a Greek-American ice cream mogul. They call him a mogul. Isn't that interesting? He did Fudgy the Whale. And did you know he did his own commercials back in the day? So that guy with that gravelly voice, if you remember them, yeah, that was Tom Carvel. Now, he's born in Athens, Greece. He died in 1990. Did you know that he actually invented and patented soft serve ice cream? Taylor made the machines, but the recipes that he patented and made are still used today. There you go, Tom Carvel, ice cream pioneer. And that is all we have for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate and love every single one of you. The responses have been phenomenal. And I just can't seem to say enough about everything that's been going on. All the likes and shares and stuff like that are just out of control. It's not even out of control. It's beyond my beyond what I thought would be possible. And I appreciate and love every single one of you for doing that. Now, let's recap, shall we? Or shall we do it in Tom Carvel's voice? No, I won't do that. I can't even do that because he had a very distinctive voice. Our keyword is novel. And the color is gray pearl. Today is a 7. Happy astrocatting.